Good morning, Romeo. How about you? We are fine, thank you. And you? I'm also fine. Thank you, you're welcome. Close your eyes. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Good morning, school. Good morning, Romeo. How about you? We are fine, thank you. And you? I'm also fine. Thank you, you're welcome. Close your eyes. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread.
Alrighty, so there we have it. The
Our
new
Father.
face of prefectship, absolutely taking command of the room. Hey,
hallowed be thy name.
this prayer, why are you fighting
Thy
with God?
kingdom come.
The way you're saying
Thy will
it.
be done on earth as it is in heaven. Did you hear that? As it is in heaven.
I don't think the kids actually really say the words. They just hear what they ever have, whatever they hear, and then they're just like, yeah, let me just say it. It's good to go.
It has to rhyme. It has to rhyme.
Eventually, it makes sense. But no, if you enjoyed that little video of the adorable young school prefect, so did we. It's the way he's standing for me.
Yeah.
He stands like an adult. The kids, you know, the quarantine babies, they're very strange. They're very, like, you know.
Quarantine babies.
Yeah, you know, the ones that were made.
That was a line.
Don't tell me you haven't heard of quarantine babies.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was a line.
I'm surprised you don't have a quarantine baby with the way you're
Oh
going.
my God, don't do this.
That we know of. No, but the video is so adorable. I absolutely live for him just standing there like an adult. The kids of this day, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that because I'm still technically young, but the kids of today are very confident.
Yeah.
You know, they act like adults.
They know their stuff.
They know their stuff.
Yeah.
They know how to make choices and decisions. They know how to say, no, I don't like this, and no, I don't like that. Particularly Ghanaian kids.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, you know, a lot of people have complained that in terms of their upbringing, they've been kind of trained to be quiet and docile and not really have opinions. Yeah. But let me tell you something, these kids are very different from you guys.
And
they have a lot to say.
It's the proliferation of social media, because now they are... I mean, I went to watch football one time and I saw this kid, like, I bet you he's not more than 5 years old. And he was watching, I think it was a Man United, it was a Manchester derby. He was watching with his dad and his grandma, and this guy was analyzing the game. Like, he was telling his dad, no, Dad, no, they should bring Martial. I want to see Martial. And I'm like I was stunned, to be honest. And he came with his sister. And I was just like,
they're
wow.
very impressive. I have an 8-year-old brother, and some of the things that he says and the questions he asks, I'm just like, wow, your mind is big. It's good though. It's great that they're, you know, so poised to, you know, be curious about the world and what's around them. Hence why we should be feeding them with good stuff. You know?
And it shows kids who are using like the internet like profitably.
They overdo it though. Hey, those kids are just, they take over the tabs and the games and your phones, and you just never see them again. But no, now that you've heard everything that we have to say about the topic, let's see what you are too. Alrighty, so Eric on the school says, aside how cute everything was, good afternoon heaven, or was it for me? Fond memories.
K. Blewoji says, this one is ancestor back to finish his job. Wow,
honestly,
I'm also fine. And close your eyes. Adult move.
It looks like a kid that reincarnated, low-key. Pump actually says the one in CV, he will be like, I have been SP from KG till SHS and become SRC president.
Yes.
I like how you guys are all manifesting these future
WV
for this kid.
The world shall pass with all its vanity, but not good afternoon heaven.
What is heaven like? Is he... Does that mean his class?
Like,
oh, that's kind of cute, actually.
Alfonsia says, so cute. This is a good form of training. I'm certain these children will speak confidently in front of a crowd.
I think it's really good to teach them when they're young, 100%.
For sure.
Give kids the opportunity to speak and say what they have to say, and then correct them when they're wrong, or encourage them to say even more. You'd be surprised at the things that they can teach you and the things that they learn. I'm all for kids, really.
Yeah, I'm also all for kids.
I'm not having one anytime.
There is this kid in Hairdressers, one of the episodes of Hairdressers. I love that kid.
Spectacular kid.
Super.
We had a watch party, and she was basically just taking charge of the dance floor.
Exactly.
She was basically telling us that year,
Yeah.
I've come here. She was basically the queen and the leader of us all that one
Wow.
night. But no,
Super.
what are your most fondest memories of your schools? Let us know with the hashtag 30 minutes. I mean, you were talking about the chorus thing.
Yeah.
That you were illuminating me on the
I'm
proper
sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Ghanaian school
Director,
experience.
Director, 1 second. But I'm sure everybody in the production room can sing this song. Now the day is over, night is drawing near, shadows of the evening still across the sky. Amen.
So just to get this right, you guys used to sing every single time before the end of
closing time.
I'll be so over it. Me, I just heard the bell and I was good to go. Like literally, we'll just be out of there.
Oh
but no,
God.
yes, let us know what you are feeling about this. Do you feel some sense of nostalgia? Let us know.
Yeah.
Till then, we must let you know what should be on your city watch list. Dressed for Morning comes to you every single Thursday at 9 p.m. and Friday at 7 p.m. and the repeats run for Saturday at 9 p.m. and Sundays at 5 p.m. and we guarantee you that your weekends will never be the same. Of course, we also have World Cup Daily every weekday. You get to see the lads, City lads, talk about everything and anything to do with what's happening in Qatar. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's live on City and we are proudly sponsored by OneXBet, NASCO and Samsung. And of course, if you want to catch up on all the content, head over to their Twitter handle or their Twitter platform or their YouTube page.
Yep. And also Startup Africa, solutions for African problems. Showing every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. and repeats on Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. and Thursdays at 1 p.m. There's a View and Citi TV co-production. I love this program. You should check it out.
If Echo loves it, guys, let's believe that is the real deal.
And then also the Hairdressers makes a return on your screens this Wednesday, that's next week, 7 December 2022 at 7:30 p.m. I mean, this is a Citi TV production. Drama in the Hairdresser Saloon. The big
Everything and anything that is happening in the salon, best believe that the hairdressers will reflect that. Then, of course, the biggest jam happening on the eve of Christmas. In the venue, La Palm Beach Hotel at 8 p.m. And of course, you know we do it fancy schmancy down here in the city. So table reservations for them, call 0558 973 973, or you can just hit up 0205 973 973. Let's, drink, let's party, let's have a good time. It's been a hectic year, so we absolutely do deserve this outdoor Christmas party.
But you know prior?
Yeah, like the bro.
Jacket.
Get it?
Oh my God.
That was a good joke.
Yeah.
That was a good joke.
To be honest,
but that was what they're named after, exactly. And that band, everybody's favorite boy band, Prior is coming.
Prior is coming. Aquaba is there. Abiana is there.
Yeah.
In Chin Chin Band, God's Give Brass
and more. We haven't even given you guys the full list yet, so you better
it's gonna be sweet.
Sit tight.
Yeah.
But till then, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for today's show. My name is Lourdes Alexandra Opong. You can find me on Twitter at hello_Lourdes_.
Yeah, my name is Eko Kumsi. You can find me on all social media platforms at PK_Kumsi. I mean, it's a beautiful Tuesday. Enjoy yourself. Whatever you do, please do it in moderation.
Also, big shout out to Miss Josephine. I'm going to give her a shout out every single day this week. So we're doing that to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
But Miss Josephine, big shout out to you. You look lovely. She's a twin mom too. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you and have a good evening.
Hello, welcome to Class Act, your virtual classroom on Citi TV. this is the best platform for you to learn from the comfort of your home at your own pace with no stress at all. My name is Joe Dugan, and I'm very happy to come your way with another interesting episode of Class Act today. I'll tell you what I have for you after this short break. Stay tuned.
Health. The Vodafone Healthline Medical Call Center is manned by a team of doctors specially trained to provide medical advice and consultation on diverse health issues to the general public via telephone conversations or other digital meeting tools. Callers on any network can access the center every day by dialing the short code 255 to speak to a doctor to assist with consultation and healthcare. Health First Mass Community Health Screening. The Vodafone Ghana Foundation Health First initiative offers periodic health screening exercises for rural and urban communities across the country. With the aid of qualified medical doctors and nurses, Health First provides free medical screening, consultation, and medication for citizens across the country. This initiative is further complemented by Ultrasound Scan Project, which is conducted every other month across rural communities. Vodafone Homecoming Nationwide Hospital Bill Settlement Initiative. Vodafone Homecoming is another benevolent initiative championed by Vodafone Ghana Foundation. Here, the foundation pays the medical bills of insolvent patients who are unable to go home due to these unpaid bills. The foundation settles these bills for treated patients across the country and goes further to reunite the beneficiaries with their families, connecting for good.
Welcome back. It's time for your favorite integrated science on Class Act. Today we are going to look at Ohm's Law. Ohm's Law. What are the main objectives for this lesson? By the end of the lesson, you will be able to 1. State Ohm's Law and apply it to simple circuit. You'll be able to use the relationship between electrical power, current, voltage, and resistance. You may recall that in our last lesson we learned about series and parallel circuits. In today's lesson, we shall use these principles involved in electrical circuit to study Ohm's Law. So let's look at Ohm's Law. There are several factors that affect the resistance of a conductor in a circuit. These are material. Example, if you take copper, copper has a lower resistance than steel. The next is length. Now, longer wires have greater resistance. We can also talk about thickness. Now, a smaller diameter wires have greater resistance. And finally, temperature. Heating a wire increases its resistance. Let's look at a current in an electrical circuit. There are two ways by which you can change the current in a circuit. What are these ways? A, by varying the voltage, and B, by varying the resistance. So let's look at how we can change the voltage. Now, if you increase the voltage across the component, there will be more current in the component. Now we are going to consider some examples. In these examples, we are going to use 3 diagrams with a number of bulbs and then with the same resistance. We'll look at how they actually affect their performances whenever you vary their voltages. Now on your screen, you have 3 different circuits, A, B, and C. If you look at A, the current is 0.15 ampere when the cell is just 1. Now if you go to B, you realize that the number of cells has been increased to 2. However, the EMF is the same. When you increase the number of cells from 1 to 2 with the same EMFs, you realize that the current increases, gets doubled, and therefore ends or reads 3.5 ampere. Let's look at C. In C, if you compare C to A, you realize that in this particular instance, the number of cells has been increased from 1 to 3, all of them with the same EMF. When that happens, the current gets increased as well. Now, this particular example here shows that the current in a circuit can be increased just by increasing the applied voltage if the resistance has remained constant. However, if you should increase the voltage too high, the lamp in here would break. Let's look at the next one, changing the resistance. In this particular activity, we are going to look at how resistance gets increased by increasing the number of bulbs. So look at the diagrams on your screen. You have 2 diagrams, one with 1 cell, the other one with 2 cells. Now, from this particular diagrams, as you can see on your screen, if you should increase the number of lamps, that is, if you are able to increase the resistance flowing through the circuit, what do you observe? Look at what is in this particular one. Over here at this point in time, when the bulb is 1, the current flowing through is 0.6 ampere. When you increase the number of bulbs, the current reduces to 0.4 ampere. If you should increase the bulbs further, the current would continue to decrease. You realize that the current reduces because the total resistance of the arms increases, therefore reducing the current that can flow through the circuit at a time. The German scientist known as Georg Simon Ohm, through his experiments, was able to determine the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance in a circuit. Therefore, this particular experiment was named after him in what we know, or in what all of us know to be called the Ohm's law. On your screen, you see the man behind the Ohm's law, Georg Simon Ohm. What does this law state? The Ohm's law states that the potential difference across a resistor in a circuit is directly proportional to the current flowing through its provided current is constant. What this simply means is that if you are able to increase the potential difference, which is the voltage flowing through a conductor, the current would also increase at the same rate. With this, we can represent the Ohm's law through a mathematical expression. That is, V is proportional to I. What this means is that the value of V increases the value of I as they continue to increase. So if you increase the value of V, I would do so as well. This particular mathematical expression can be broken down further and be written as V equals I times R. In this particular discussion, we would represent it using 1 or as our first equation. The V in this particular expression is the voltage, which is measured in volts. R is our resistance measured in ohm, and I is our current measured in ampere, with their respective symbols by them. This particular law is one of the most important and basic laws of electrical circuit. Now, a substance that obeys the Ohm's law is called an ohmic conductor. Most metallic conductors obey this law. For example, we can talk about silver, copper wire, resistors, metals. There are certain devices that do not obey the Ohm's law. These particular devices are called non-ohmic conductors. Example, you have transistors, diodes, and light bulbs. Wires used to connect electric devices have very little resistance. So we saw equation 1 of the Ohm's law, which is V equals I times R. Let's look at the other equations. Now, for equation 1 is used to calculate for voltage. Now, if you are to calculate for the current in that particular expression, you use I equals V over R using your change of subjects. Then, if you have to calculate or find your resistance, you use R equals V over I. That's becoming your equation 3. To make it very simple, we have a triangle. That's when you use this, you can easily state these mathematical expressions without struggling at all. What we call the Ohm's law triangle. Now, in the Ohm's law triangle, if the value of voltage is asked and the values of current and resistance are given, then to calculate the voltage,